It is June 2014. Here is my 2 cents review on Chef, starring, written, and directed by Mr. Jon Favreau. Good job, by the way, doing all those roles and even producing at the same time and making a great film. Obviously, this is a film that he was very passionate about doing, and you can tell in the making of this movie. By the way, before I begin this, this is a movie everybody can go see. It doesn't matter how old or how young you are. Grandparents can go see this movie and enjoy it. 6-year-old kids can go see this movie and enjoy it, and it's still about something. And it's a great film, and basically everybody can see it. That's very, 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 very difficult to do, and he pulled it off in this movie. It's been a long time since I've been in the audience of the movies, and the audience has clapped in approval after the film ends. It's been years. I go to the movies every weekend. I've probably seen hundreds, if not thousands, of films, and I haven't seen this in a couple years, but people really, really enjoyed this film, the audience that I was in, and I really enjoyed this film. I thought it's a good film. It's a throwback film where good things happen to people who have a healthy passion for the things that they love, and with that healthy passion, good things happen for them. A real movie. I call this a real movie, and I haven't seen a real movie in a long, long time. Jon Favreau, my opinion, I think he's making an analogy to his own career with this film. Being the creative chef without a kitchen, Jon Favreau after Space Cowboys being a movie director without a movie set. In Chef, he's a character that basically is gripped by a critic because he doesn't make the meal that he wants to make, but the restaurant owner kind of forces them to make a movie that they want him to make. In Space Cowboys, after his success with Iron Man, it's the same analogy. He had a lot of success, but only Spielberg and Clint Eastwood really have total creative control in the movies these days. Maybe Christopher Nolan is another guy because he made so much Batman money, but really they wanted him to make Space Cowboys. But after Space Cowboys didn't really fully work and was bombed and the critics destroyed it, Hollywood kind of kicked him to a curb a little bit. So what do you do in Chef as this character that kind of has a passion for cooking without a kitchen, and Jon Favreau directing without a movie set? You go back to your roots, basically, with this character that he goes back and does a food truck and kind of cooks on his own accord, becomes the chef that he wants to be, hands-on chef. Just like with Jon Favreau, he's a good actor, he loves acting, he loves directing, he loves being part of the process. So why don't you go make a $10 million budget movie and make the film that you want to make, instead of the $100 million movies where the studio heads are on set every single day, kind of like questioning every decision you make. This is the same analogy, and I think that Favreau really pulled it off, and it's a great film. Like I said, there's none of those douchey moments that occurred in this film that basically happens with these types of films. And people, those douchey moments, and everything is great, everything is going good, and hours going by in the film, and all of a sudden someone gets in a car accident and dies, or a kid's got cancer, or something stupid like that, and it's just there as a kind of like a plot point to put the characters' conflicts and passions in perspective. None of that bullshit is in this movie. Pardon my French. I totally apologize for that. None of that's there. All this movie is basically about a guy who's trying to figure out his passion while trying to be a good father at the same time. How many people can relate to that story? Go see this movie. Chef is one of the best movies of 2014. That's my review.